A warm welcome to TBC News, our top stories. Tanzania continues to cooperate with India.
As a country and as a government, we are very much committed to see stronger bilateral relations with India.
Father of the nation's legacy lives on. Good evening, I am Teddy Mparanyanga. You can also follow us live via YouTube channel TBC Online and get also the latest news through our Instagram, Facebook and X pages at TBC Online. Vice President Dr. Philip Mpango says Tanzania continues to cooperate with India in various aspects including defense, health, education, water, transport and other social services. Dr. Mpango made the remarks at the State House in Dar es Salaam when he met and held talks with Deputy Minister of Defense of India, Sanjay Seth. Here are more details.
The Vice President, Dr. Philip Mpango, has met and held talks with the Deputy Minister of Defense of India, Sanjay Seth, at the State House in Dar es Salaam. The Vice President says Tanzania will continue to cooperate with India for the benefit of the two countries, saying that the state visit made by President Samia Suluhu Hassan in India on October 2023 has strengthened the bilateral relations.
He said outright that as a country and as a government, we are very much committed to see stronger bilateral relations with India, and our intention is to see that we deepen these relations in the best interests of both sides. With regard to defense and security, I'm very happy have been exchanging visits.
On the other hand, Deputy Minister of Defense of India, Sanjay Seth, says Tanzania is a reliable partner of India in different aspects, saying Tanzania holds a second position in Africa for doing business with India.
Bilateral relation has become more engaging and wholesome. The level of political engagement speaks volume of our enhanced relation and high priority we accord to Tanzania as a friend and a trusted partner. As strategic partners, it is a matter of great pride that we have the very first time co-hosted the first edition of Africa-India Key Maritime Engagement ACME yesterday. With East African countries, India and Africa are important stakeholders in ensuring a safe and secure maritime environment, especially in the Indian Ocean region.
The talks were also attended by Minister of Defense and National Service, Dr. Stargaman Attacks, India's ambassador to Tanzania, Bishwadip Day, and other army officials from Tanzania and India. Faithangaga, TBC News.
Prime Minister Kassim Majaliwa says Tanzania will continue to participate and implement international standards in fighting and combating financial crimes. Addressing at a meeting of International Task Force to Combat Financial Crimes in Dar es Salaam, Prime Minister says Tanzania is prepared to combat financial crimes by using international standards. Here are more details.
International Task Force stakeholders fighting financial crimes are meeting in Dar es Salaam. Giving the opening remarks at the meeting, the Prime Minister Kassim Majaliwa says Tanzania knows about the challenges of financial crimes and is prepared to combat it.
Dr. Samia Suluhu Hassan, the President of United Republic of Tanzania, His Excellency Dr. Philip Mpango, Vice President of United Republic of Tanzania, and His Excellency Dr. Hussein Al-Hassan Mwinyi, the President of Zanzibar and Chairman of the Revolutionary Council. They have expressed their full support for this mission and reaffirmed Tanzania's firm commitment to fulfill its international obligations in combating financial crimes. Distinguished guests, this on-site visit It's not only an opportunity to showcase our progress, but also a chance to engage with experts on how we can continue to improve our systems. As a country, we recognize the evolving and the complex nature of financial crimes and are committed to sustain momentum implementing effective measures that align with the global standards.
On his part, Minister of Finance Dr. Mwigulu Nchemba says Tanzania has taken measures to combat financial crimes.
After receiving the action plan, Tanzania made a high-level political commitment to work with FATF and SMLAG to strengthen our anti-money laundering, counter-terrorism financing, and counter-financing of proliferation of weapons of mass destruction and others.
Following review reports made by institutions to combat financial crimes in Southern and Eastern Africa in 2021 and international review made in 2022, Tanzania has reinforced its systems to combat financial crimes. Peter Mganga, TBC News.
13th April this year marked the remembrance of what would have been the 103rd birthday of Mwalimu Julius Nyerere, the founding father of the United Republic of Tanzania. Known for his visionary leadership and firm commitment to unity, equality, and social justice, Mwalimu Nyerere's legacy continues to inspire generations. For a deeper reflection on his life, values, and lasting impact, Caroline Maleo has prepared a special feature story.
The lights that illuminated the nation of Tanzania, and indeed the entire African continent, first began to shine like the rising sun, bringing hope to communities and nations across Africa. It happened when the visionary leader who championed liberation and hope for African independence was born exactly 103 years ago. On April 13th, 1922, the founding father of the United Republic of Tanzania, the late President Julius Nyerere, was born. He was born in Butiama village in Mara region in Tanzania. Mwalimu Nyerere was one of the 26 children of Chief Nyerere Burito, the leader of the Zanaki ethnic tribe. Mwalimu Nyerere distinguished himself through progressive ideologies and policies that aimed at building a new kind of society, the one that is rooted in positive thinking and a strong foundation for development transformation. Before fully venturing into politics, Mwalimu Nyerere was a dedicated educator. After completing his studies abroad, he returned to Tanzania and began teaching at Pugu Secondary School, which was formerly known as St. Francis College. Mwalimu was not a teacher of discipline in words alone. Rather, his vision was to empower the society with quality education and the ability to be self-reliant through his iconic policy of education for self-reliance. In 1954, driven by his vision of independence and unity, Mwalimu founded Tanganyika African National Union, a political party that would later lead Tanganyika to independence in 1961. He held the presidency for 20 years, leaving behind a powerful legacy of fighting against the great enemies of the society: corruption, hunger, and ignorance. This visionary leader and a true Pan-Africanist will always be remembered for his iconic role in the liberation struggles of several African nations during the 1960s. His efforts to foster unity and to eliminate discrimination have left a lasting legacy of love, peace, and solidarity among the people of African continent. He is also honored for building national unity, promoting African values, and nurturing the growth of the Swahili language, a symbol of African pride and identity. Nyerere was a compassionate and a humane leader who firmly stood against racial discrimination. He is also remembered for protecting Tanzania's sovereignty during the war against the tyrant Idi Amin of Uganda. In the industrial and economic sectors, Mwalimu strongly believed in protecting local producers as a way to increase employment opportunities and to boost the country's economic growth. October 14th, 1999 is a day Tanzania will never forget. It was a day that Mwalimu Julius Nyerere passed away at the age of 77 at St. Thomas Hospital in London, United Kingdom, after battling leukemia disease. His death marked the end of an era, but his legacy of freedom and Pan-African unity lives on across the entire continent. Caroline Meleo, TBC News.
Tanzania has been elected to host the 32nd World Travel Awards for Africa and the Indian Ocean in 2025, which are set to be held in Dar es Salaam on June 28th this year. This comes after Tanzania won 4 awards from the World Travel Awards last year. Speaking about the ongoing voting process in Dar es Salaam, the Director General of the Tanzania Tourism Board, Ephraim Mafuru, says the aim of the awards is to recognize, appreciate, and celebrate the contribution of stakeholders in the tourism and hospitality sector worldwide. He urges Tanzanians to vote so that the Tanzania can win more awards.
Upon fellow Tanzanians and friends and family members to vote for different tourist attractions in the country that have already been nominated by World Travel Awards. There's a long list, so what we advise you to do is to go to www.worldtravelawards.com/vote. You will see a list of tourist attractions that have been shortlisted to be voted. The more we vote as Tanzanians and friends and family, the better for us to win these awards and ensure that the contribution of tourism in the Tanzanian economy continues to grow.
Mafuru further adds that the awards are important for the growth of the country's tourism sector, as they have been providing opportunities for Tanzania to be recognized globally, a move that has stimulated tourism activities and investment in the country.
Every single player in Africa wants to win an award. So by Tanzania winning this award is an endorsement and a marketing tool of who we are, what we do, and what tourism products and uniqueness of our destination. And that's why we use it as a marketing tool to market our destination.
So we have Africa's leading destination, which is Tanzania, Africa's leading tourist board, we have TTB, Africa's leading national park, Serengeti National Park, Africa's leading tourist attraction. We have 2 from Tanzania. We have Mount Kilimanjaro and Ngorongoro Crater. Then we have Africa's leading Big 5 National Park. We have 2. We have Serengeti and Nyerere National Park. Africa's leading Mountain National Park.
More than 15 attractions will be contested, including the award for Best Leading National Park, Best Leading International Airport, Best Port, Best Leading Tourism Board, and Best Africa Leading Destination, as well as the Best Leading Tourism Attraction in Africa. And on to the next news. Indonesian Ambassador to Tanzania, Triyogo, says that in 2024, about 229 Tanzanian students received scholarship for higher education in Indonesia. Speaking in Dar es Salaam at a Scholars Expo to discuss opportunities for higher education scholarships, Yogo says the number of students who graduated in Indonesia has increased due to visits made by leaders of the 2 countries, saying so far 77 students have graduated in Indonesia, with most popular subjects being mechanical engineering, animal husbandry, agriculture, economics, law, and health sciences.
Different type of scholarship specific for Tanzanian. One is for public services, the other one is for the public youth at large. And as of now, we have already 229 Tanzanian students studying in Indonesia, and among of these there are 77 that are already alumni. So I can say to you that there are at least 77 Tanzanian who are speaking Bahasa right now in Tanzania. We are looking forward to have more and more students. Why? Because as of now, our cooperation, bilateral cooperation, made quite a lot of progress.
Some students say that the funding has come at the right time and that they have decided to make good use of the opportunities available to further their education.
I have been one of the beneficiaries of this program. The event has board ambassadors coming to follow as students, so it is an opportunity for students to come and use it. I have come here and met various ambassadors like the Indonesian ambassador, and they have come and explained to us If you're a student who wants to study abroad on a scholarship, what are the criteria you need to have?
As students, we have learned how to apply for scholarships, the life of that scholarship, and things that can be obtained.
Indonesia's participation in the Tanzania Scholars Expo 2025 demonstrates a strong commitment to strengthen people-to-people cooperation and promoting educational and cultural diplomacy as an important tool in improving relations between Indonesia and Tanzania. 5,000 trees are expected to be planted at Mabwepande Ward, Kinondoni Municipality in Dar es Salaam, with the aim of preventing environmental impacts and erosion leading to the widening of the Mpiji River that affects residents and settlements around the river. Speaking at the launch of the one-year project to promote the Mpiji River tree planting campaign with the slogan "Plant Trees, Protect Water Sources," a representative from Dar es Salaam City Council, Amani Kavishe, elaborates on the effects of soil erosion.
Along many rivers found in Dar es Salaam, most of the people have built near the water course, causing water to flow easily to various areas and leading to soil erosions and destroying infrastructures.
The project director, Victoria Maganga, says the main goal is to educate community on the importance of environmental conservation, while the principal of the Institute of Environment, Climate Change and Sustainable Development, Isaac Maria Mushi, urges the community to care and protect the environment.
Tumekuwa na interest ya kuhifadhi.
We got the idea of planting trees immediately after seeing the environmental impacts continue to increase significantly. Through this project, we hope to restore environment along with natural resources.
Na ule uoto wa asili utarudi kutokana na upandaji miti. Tukio hili la uzinduzi wa
This tree planting event has great meaning for us as an educational institution. The trees that will be planted are expected to be taken care so that to solve challenges that affect the environment in the society.
In case you missed any of our stories, remember you can always go to our YouTube channel at TBC Online and watch anytime, anywhere across the globe. And now let us take a look at the weather exchange at the exchange rates according to the Bank of Tanzania BOT. Swahili language can be used as a tool to unite Africans in the fight against neocolonialism. Speaking at the International Swahili Conference in Kampala, Uganda, Pan-Africanist Professor Patrick Lumumba emphasizes Africans to use Swahili in all communications. Omavuro from Kampala, Uganda reports.
The first International Swahili Conference in Uganda has brought together Swahili stakeholders from different countries in the world to discuss and emphasize the use of Swahili language.
I can see so many people from Ethiopia, Kenya, Tanzania, Uganda, and they interact with themselves seamlessly.
What it has done, it has helped us to come together, to share ideas on how to make this language the unifying language, because we already know that it's a unifying language, because it has helped us. Now, from here, we can actually work together.
The use of local languages in teaching Swahili is said to be a catalyst for promoting and preserving African culture.
I wouldn't call Kiswahili as a language that has come or will come to make other language diminish completely from Uganda, but I would request my fellow Ugandans to remove that ideology of thinking that it has come to diminish or to eradicate these other local languages. Can we incorporate it in our local communication? After all, it is a language of our own, as opposed to the English that we borrowed from the foreign man.
The emphasis is on African to respect the Swahili language.
We are talking about African Renaissance. And when we talk about African Renaissance, we are talking about a reawakening in all sectors. Today, we are emphasizing the use of the Kiswahili language because we know that language is an instrument for development. Research actually demonstrates that if you use your language effectively, then it helps even in industrial revolution and in cultural revival.
The participants of the first International Swahili Conference are from Tanzania, Rwanda, Uganda, Canada, Nigeria, Kenya, Burundi, South Sudan, Ethiopia, and Democratic Republic of Congo. Reporting from Kampala, Uganda, Somu Mavura, TBC News.
Time now for all the latest in international news. And here's international news as compiled and read by Nyambona Masamba.
International news starts in Africa. In Sudan, thousands of civilians have been forced to flee the country's largest displaced camp. The Zamzam camp in northern Darfur region has been left largely deserted after being taken over by rapid support forces. The UN say more than 100 people have been killed in the attack. The United Nations described the situation in Sudan as the most devastating humanitarian displacement crisis in the world. A catastrophe was a struggling scale. Conflict is forcing more than 14 million people at their homes, less more than the entire population of Switzerland. 1.5 million people have fled to Egypt, more than 1 million to southern Sudan. From Sudan to Gabon, preliminary results has been announced in Gabon in the country's first election since 2023 military coup. The man who led that coup, Bryce Oligui Nguema, has been declared a winner with more than 90%. He's the first leader in more than half a century who does not belong to Bongo family dynasty. Nguema, after was declared a winner, he said he wanted to restore dignity to the people of Gabon and ensure the country regain nobility everywhere. To Asia, the criminal trial against former South Korean President Yoon Suk-yeol has begun in Seoul. Yoon was indicted earlier this year on charges of insurrection after he briefly declared martial law in December and led to his impeachment and a month of turmoil on South Korean politics. Yoon appeared in court and denied the charges. Two senior military officers appeared as witnesses. One who has already testified at the Constitutional Court that on the night of martial law, Yoon has ordered him to send troops to the National Assembly to drag out all lawmakers. His supporters remain defiant outside Seoul Central District Court. And lastly, China President Xi Jinping is in Vietnam at a third national tour of Southeast Asian. He's been meeting senior officials in the capital Hanoi. The sides are expected to sign about 40 agreements, including some on defense. Talks on escalating war between the U.S. and China are also expected.
That was international news. Sports news up next. And in sports news, Tanzania have been encouraged to participate in sports and exercise to improve their health and avoid non-communicable diseases such as diabetes and high blood pressure. Speaking during the launch of the Clean Cooking Marathon held in Dar es Salaam, Kinondoni District Commissioner Saad Mtambole says participating in sports strengthens the mind and health, thus increasing wealth production, while other sports stakeholders encourage citizens to use clean cooking energy to protect their environment.
Na wataalamu wanatuambia ukifanya mazoezi.
Experts tell us that you can reduce the chance of getting cancer by 20% to 30% by doing exercise. So why don't we do the exercise? Let us do it to keep our body in physical fitness. The Ministry of Health says having good health and well-being, it's one among the beautiful things which can support participation in activities such as business, agriculture, and education. So let us do exercise exercise.
The objective of Clean Cooking Marathon is to raise money that will be used to create awareness of using clean cooking in the country. The campaign will involve different activities, including imparting knowledge to people. People can't shift from using traditional cooking energy to clean cooking without giving them education.
I believe that this race will be sustainable. We want to see a race that is not only driven by a special agenda, but also should be competitive so as to attract international athletes and help to drive this message of using clean cooking worldwide.
The official guest of the marathon, to be held on April 26th this year, is expected to be Deputy Minister of Energy Judith Kapinga, and the theme of the competition is Let's Run for Goals. The Director of Tourism for the Ministry of Tourism of the Revolutionary Government of Zanzibar, Dr. Abdallah Muhammad Juma, says that the CAF Confederation Cup semi-finals match between Simba Sports Club and Stellenbosch from South Africa will take place in Zanzibar so as to promote tourism. Dr. Juma believes that the match will be witnessed by football fans around the world and that it will be a big chance to promote tourism attractions that are available in Zanzibar.
Tendo cha Simba Sports Club ya Dar es Salaam.
Simba Sports Club playing the game in Zanzibar has made our job of promoting tourism much easier. We are going to speak to both teams' leaders so that they can have a time of visiting our tourist attractions in Zanzibar, and that will help us to promote our tourism internationally.
Simba Sports Club take on Stellenbosch from South Africa, the first leg match of the CAF Confederation Cup semi-finals at New Aman Complex in Zanzibar following the closing of the Benjamin Mkapa Stadium, which is under maintenance. That is sports news, and now before we conclude the news bulletin for tonight, let us take a look at the weather forecast for the next 24 hours.
Hello there, this is 24 hours of the forecast from Tanzania Meteorological Authority. Starting from tonight, 9 p.m. The state of the lake is expected to be slight to moderate, and the state of the sea is expected to be moderate. And we expect chance of rainfall over most parts of the country. And this comes with an advisory of severe weather, of which Tanzania Meteorological Authority has issued an advisory of short period of heavy rains over some few areas of Tanga, Dar es Salaam, Morogoro, one including Mafia ISOs, Lindi, Mtwara, together with Pemba and Unguja ISOs. So necessary measures and precautions should be taken. And now let us see of the weather details. And this is what we expect for tonight. For western parts of the country, Lake Victoria Basin and northern coast, we expect partly cloud condition, thunder showers over a few areas. For southern coast, we expect cloud condition, thunder showers over a few areas. And for northeastern highlands, we expect partly cloud condition, rain showers over a few areas. For central parts of the country, southwestern highland and southern region is expected to be dry. And now let us see of what we expect for tomorrow. For western parts of the country, Lake Victoria Basin and northeastern highland, we expect partly cloud condition, thunder showers over a few areas and sun periods. For central parts of the country, we expect partly cloud condition and sun periods. For the entire coast, we expect cloud condition, thunder showers over a few areas and sun intervals. For southwestern highland and southern region, we expect partly cloud condition, rain showers over a few areas and sun periods. And now let us take a look of the next 4 days of the forecast. For Dar es Salaam, we expect thunder showers. Dodoma, we expect sun periods and light rain on 19th of April. For Mbeya region, we expect light rain, rain showers and thunder showers. For Mwanza region, we expect thunder showers. Kilimanjaro, we expect light rain and rain showers. Morogoro, we expect thunder showers. Arusha, we expect light rain and rain showers. And that's all for today. Make sure to catch up again tomorrow. From Tanzania Meteorological Authority, my name is Mariam Fares. Bye-bye.
That marks the end of the news bulletin for tonight. Do not miss our next bulletin in Kiswahili at 11 p.m. On behalf of the whole team, I am Teddy Mparinyanga. Have a lovely, lovely night.
Tanzania wiki hii, fursa za Watanzania kwenye soko la DRC.
DRC kwa Uingereza wanasema the sleeping giant is waking up. Ni nchi ambayo ina fursa nyingi hasa kwa Watanzania.
Kwa hiyo Kariakoo ihamie
kama ilivyokuwa zamani, watu walikuwa wanapata bidhaa Dubai, lakini tukaihamishia Dubai, Dar es Salaam kwa watu wa nchi za jirani.
Nataka tuingie ndani tuone.
Okay. Huku ni tunaendeshea gari upande wa kushoto.
Left hand. Fursa ipi ambayo ipo?
Wale dagaa wa Zanzibar. Mwambie mtu Mkongomani na wale dagaa wale.
Kuna maisha ya DRC kwa mtazamo wa Tanzania kwenye mitandao. Na kuna maisha ya DRC kwa uhalisia ya kuishi. Sehemu kubwa ya DRC ni eneo tulivu.
Mimi nimekuwa kama mfano. Ngoja tutakuitia mfanya biashara mmoja. Hata kuambia vitu vingine sisi ambavyo hatuvijui viko nje ya ofisi.
Zile siri zenu ambazo huwa msemi.
Tunafanya nini?
Haya na mengine mengi utayapata katika kipindi cha Wekeza Tanzania hapa TBC1.
Unaangalia TBC1, ukweli na uhakika.